Right now, somewhere in Africa, a farmer is turning a small piece of land into millions. Not with gold, not with cryptocurrency, and not with a government job, but with crops. And the shocking part, some of these crops making farmers rich are the same crops many people ignore every single day. Today, we are counting down 4 powerful crops changing lives across Africa. From the wetlands where arrowroots are booming, to the greenhouse kings growing capsicum, tomatoes that can either make you rich or completely destroy your investment. And finally, the one crop almost every African kitchen depends on daily: the onions. If you are a farmer thinking of starting farming or looking for your next profitable agribusiness idea, this video could change how you see agriculture forever. And trust me, number 4 might surprise you. Before we continue, comment below and tell us which crop do you think makes the most money in Africa today. Let's begin. At number 4 is the arrowroots. For many years, arrowroots were seen as an old-fashioned crop. People thought they belonged to villages, to grandmothers, or to traditional meals only. But today, arrowroots are quietly becoming one of the smartest crops African farmers can grow. Why? Because demand is exploding. Urban people are now running away from processed foods. Hospitals recommend arrowroots. Nutritionists praise them. Parents are feeding children arrowroots instead of junk food. And the prices. In some seasons, a single sack of arrowroot sells higher than maize. And now here's the secret most people don't know. Arrowroots love water. Meaning, while other farmers complain about flooded land, arrowroot farmers are smiling. Swampy land that people ignore can become a gold mine. And unlike crops that require expensive chemicals, arrowroots are relatively manageable once established. But if you think arrowroots are profitable, wait until you see what greenhouse farmers are doing with capsicum. Capsicum, a colorful crop paying farmers big money. Capsicum farming is no longer just farming, it is business. And the farmers doing it right are supplying supermarkets, hotels, export markets, and restaurants every single week. What makes capsicum powerful is simple. It has value, especially the colored capsicum: red, yellow, orange. These are not ordinary vegetables anymore. They are premium products. And here is something interesting. Many African farmers will still import some high quality capsicum, meaning local farmers still have massive opportunity. But capsicum farming is not for lazy farmers. This crop demands attention, water management, pest control, support strings, pruning. Ignore them and the crop punishes you immediately. One fly attack can destroy months of hard work. But farmers who master capsicum rarely go back, because one healthy greenhouse can completely transform a family's income. Some farmers even nickname capsicum the school fees crop. Now, here is another powerful secret: timing the market. When rains destroy open field vegetables, greenhouse capsicum prices often rise sharply. That is why protected farming is becoming the future of African agriculture. And if you combine capsicum farming with drip irrigation and mulching, also proper fertilizer management, the yields become unbelievable. But there's one thing viewers must understand: agriculture is not gambling. The farmers succeeding with capsicum are treating farming like a serious business. The records, market research, and consistency. That is the difference. If you're still watching, you already love farming. But the next crop has created both billionaires and heartbreak across Africa: the tomatoes. At number 2 is tomato farming. Tomatoes can make you very rich, very fast, and humble you even faster. Every farmer watching this video knows somebody who lost money in tomatoes, but they also know somebody who built a house because of tomatoes. That is the power of this crop. Tomatoes are consumed daily, not weekly, not seasonally, daily. Hotels, homes, restaurants, schools, and roadside food vendors. The market is enormous. But tomatoes are also one of the riskiest crops. Diseases, price crashes, heavy rains, fake pesticides, poor seedlings, everything can go wrong. That is why tomato farming separates serious farmers from gamblers. The first secret: seedlings. Strong seedlings determine everything. Weak seedlings mean weak profits. The second secret is water control. Too much water causes diseases. Too little water stresses the plants. The third secret is market timing. This is where smart farmers win. Instead of everyone planting at the same time, some farmers target periods when supply is low. And during shortage seasons, tomato prices can become insane. But one thing is changing: tomato farming across Africa today. That is the technology. Farmers are now using the drip irrigation, the greenhouses, the hybrid seeds, the mulching, and trailer systems, and the results are incredible. You no longer need hundreds of acres to succeed. Even small-scale farmers are producing commercial yields. But here is the painful truth. Some farmers spend all their energy growing crops without planning where they'll sell them. Production without market planning is dangerous. The smartest tomato farmers already know their buyers before planting. And finally, at number one, the crop found in almost every African kitchen. The crop that makes people cry before even cutting it. The onions. Onion farming, the king of daily demand. Remove onions from African cooking for 1 week and chaos will begin. From street food stalls to five-star hotels to home kitchens, onions are everywhere. That is why onion farming remains one of the strongest agribusiness opportunities in Africa. But successful onion farming is not as easy as people think. Many farmers fail before harvest, and it usually starts at the nursery stage. Poor nursery management creates weak onions. Then comes the transplant shock, the diseases, and poor bulb formation. But experienced onion farmers understand every stage matters, especially drying after harvesting. This stage alone can determine profits or losses. Poor drying causes rotting, weight loss, and short shelf life. That is why professional onion farmers carefully cure onions before storage or selling. And here is the biggest advantage onion farmers have: storage potential. Unlike tomatoes that spoil quickly, onions can wait for better prices. This gives farmers negotiating power. Now let's talk about market demand. In many African countries, demand still exceeds supply during some months. That is why onion prices sometimes skyrocket. And farmers who planned properly smile all the way to the bank. But onions require patience. You don't plant today and harvest next month. Good farming rewards discipline. And our viewers must understand something important. The future African millionaires may not come from an office. They may come from the farm. Africa has land, Africa has sunlight, Africa has water, and Africa has markets. What many people are missing is vision. The farmers winning today are not waiting for perfect conditions. They are starting, learning, failing, improving, and growing again. Arrowroots, capsicum, tomatoes, onions. 4 crops, 4 opportunities, countless success stories. And maybe your farming journey starts today. If this video taught you something valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another farmer somewhere in Africa. Because agriculture is no longer survival, it is business. It is power. And for many people, it is the future. See you in the next video.